My crush reject me 100 times, but when she find out my true identity she regret it immediately. Chapter 4. Brian walk in while the maid's looking at him and he pick up bottle of water from the fridge and turn to go out, and stop on the doorway. Wait, you work for me, Aline? I didn't expect that, do you? Brian ask and laugh, and walk out. Mrs. Smith look at Aline and follow Brian out. Why Brian seems powerful in the house than Mr. Smith? Aline ask her colleagues. He is the only child of Miss Anna and the house and all the properties are in his name. One of Aline colleagues reply her. Aline flash back how she has been treating Brian from day one. They meet and one of her colleague touch her on her shoulder. I'm sorry, Aline says and get back to work, but she still flash back things she has done to Brian. Moments later on the dining, the maids are serving Brian and his family, while Brian looking at Aline serving him and he smiles coldly. The plate slip on Aline hand. I'm sorry sir, Aline says in panic and bow to pick up the broken plate while Brian sitting calm eating like nothing happened. Aline finish pick up the broken plate and went to kitchen and puff out heavy. I have put so much effort to get this job, I can't lose it now. Aline says to herself and breath in and out. Minutes later in hospital, Brian enter with basket of fruits and walk into an ward, where an old lady laying on hospital bed. Brian sit beside the old lady on the bed and one nurse enter. The nurse runs some tests on the lady, and Brian ask if the lady's condition is okay. The nurse reply, yes, she is fine, I guess she can be discharged today, if you want. A beautiful young lady enter holding roses. Hey, you are here? Thank you for the ride here yesterday. Brian say to the beautiful girl and shake her hand. That was my duty to do so, she was in danger and I can't ignore her on the road to die. The girl reply and say, actually I'm Lydia. Brian, and they shake again with smile. Moments later on the car pack, Brian hand his address to Lydia and say, you can visit me, if you want. Lydia hesitate but later take the address and get into her car and drove away while Brian stand beside his car. Lydia didn't realize Brian is wealth, she think he is just a street boy. Aline friend's apartment, Aline entered and sit on the couch, rubbing her forehead, and one of her friends say, did you get into any difficulty at work or? This is not just difficulty, but I think I will lose my job, you won't believe who I'm working for. Aline says. To be continue.